Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new League of Legends 1/18 scale Darius action figure. This is the packaging it comes in. Actually, it's very nice looking. A nice angular packaging, nice artwork and colors. They look pretty cool. This is, according to the top left of the card, a first edition figure. It's recommended for ages 12 and above. Picked this up at Target. They're $9.99. So, I mean, it looks on par with like your Halo figure. It looks like you're getting a lot for your money compared to what action figures cost today. So I picked it up because I thought it would be a nice fit to like my medieval knights and armies and stuff like that for my universe. So you could pick it up for, if you're a fan of the League of Legends, or you can use it for whatever universe that you have in your collection. It looks really cool. You can see that the nice artwork done in red and black here. This is like angular packaging. It had the League of Legends logo here, his nameplate, and down here we have the collection statement. The back of the card is a more maroon with a white and a little bit of artwork there on the corner. Very nice. There's not much to see on the top and the sides. On the bottom here we do have like UPC, so that helps you at all. But on this side we do have the Darius photo and the logo and the 01 for I guess being number 1. On the back of the packaging it shows the figure and his accessory, which is a big battle axe. I hope it's more of a chrome battle axe than actually the more dull gray it's shown on the packaging. It says that Darius is a nation's most feared and battle-hardened commander, showing little mercy or friend or foe. That's pretty cool. Just a little background on that. I'll bring that close if you guys want to read more of that. I'm just trying to give you like a brief update on his background. A lot of small print, a lot of print on the back. These are made by Spin Master. They do have the Spin Master logo there on the bottom. Very cool. Here's some of that verbiage. Just a lot to read, and it's also in multiple languages, so what's the point? Looks really cool. Not bad at all. So we'll go ahead and take him out of packaging and see what he looks like. Okay, here he is outside the packaging. First impressions, he's definitely on the bulkier side, and he's definitely more on the 4-inch height scale than your traditional 1/18 scale, which is your 3/4. But that's becoming a new. Oh, he's definitely over 4. He's about 4.5. Pretty cool. So this is gonna be like your brute size figures, and your powerhouse, or your juggernaut type warriors. He kind of reminds me of a character from like How to Dynasty Warriors from that video game. It's really cool, especially with the oversized weapon that he has, which we'll take a look at here very shortly. He has an interesting face sculpt. It kind of looks like he's very arrogant, very proud, very knows he's very skillful in battle. The hair looks fantastic on the sculpt. It's brushed back, giving you more like that Japanese anime looking style on the because it kind of sticks out in the back here. If you can see that, that's very cool. I do like that head sculpt. I think the skin tone's a little more cartoonish than it is more realistic. This armor is huge. Got some spikes on it. We have the trim of silver around the gray. These do not come off. Nope. We have the red sash or something around his neck. We have the gray and his silver armor on his chest and stomach. Nice belt here, and we have his sash here in the middle. It's very flexible plastic, so definitely get away for your posability. He does have forearm and top of hand guards, same color pattern with the gray and the silver. He even follows through with the spikes down here on his very high legs and on his thighs. There's like 3 right there. He does have a glossy overall appearance. It's catching the light. We have the silver knee pads, and we have the metallic type boots with the silver around the bottom. Looks very, very nice. So let's do an overall 360 of the figure. You can see on the back here. Interesting. Looks very cool. A lot of paint, a lot of detail. Feels like, you know, good quality plastic. It's not cheap. Feels like you can give these to your kids, and they definitely would be able to withstand heavy playability. So that's a good thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation of this figure. The head is very tight. We have a 360 rotation. So okay, we have, I guess, not much on the side to side, I guess. No, not much up and down either. You know, this armor looks amazing on here for, you know, the overall aesthetics of the figure, but more than likely we're going to have our issues with the articulation. So let's take a look at the arms. You can see that the pads are definitely attached to the arms when you do pick it up. So what happens is it hits the back, it's digging into that cape right there. So you're not really going to get a 360 rotation, I guess. In this way, it's going to happen the same way. It's just going to dig into the waist. And you're going to have to angle, kind of get into this cut here, because if you try to pick it up, it's automatically going to hit his head. You got to try to get into there. There is a joint there, but it's definitely hindered. You can see the joint in there. It's almost kind of like a waist of a joint right inside there. We have a bendable elbow because there's a 360 at the elbow. Well, that is super hindered on the shoulder. And then we do have a bendable elbow here. It gives you about, it's not 90, but it's not terrible. For the wrist, let's see what we have here. We have no articulation at all on the wrist. It is a solid piece from the fingertips to the elbow. That is one solid piece. We do have some chest articulation here. The tolerance is super tight on this figure. It will turn a little bit back and forth, and I am putting out a lot of force on it. So that's, you know, disappointing for posability at least. He can do a perfect split. That's really good. And this way, obvious his leg hits his backside, but you can get him to sit. Looks like pretty decently. And then this piece is so soft PVC, you can actually it'll move with your legs. There is a thigh rotation right there. On each leg is a cut. And on the knees, single jointed maybe? Yeah, there's no joint up here. There's a single jointed knee, more like your vintage Star figures. There's no articulation in the ankles at all. So all to get your foot turned sideways, you have to rotate the entire leg from the thigh down. So this, I think it's about 12 points of articulation. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's $9.99 compared to what most figures cost anymore. It's not a bad investment because the paint looks good. So he comes with this massive stand. Has a big L on it and the pig. Nicely detailed. The back of it. And he does have very nice. I like the bottom of his feet. It looks cool. Do two peg holes. Let's see if he fits. That's another very tight tolerance, but if you push really hard, you can get it, and it stays pretty good. for his weapon, I am kind of satisfied with it because it's, more silver than the flat gray that we've seen. It is kind of misshapen. I may have to heat this up because it was in a plastic. This part up here is really solid. You get down in this black, it's a little flexible. It's not as flexible as you would think, but it's stiffer, but it's just misshapen because, it being in the packaging. But the overall sculpt on this is incredible. I do like that skull there, whatever that is. I am not sure. That may be a logo for something. I do not play the video game, so I just discovered this at Target. They're cool. They're right by the Halo figures if you're interested. They can pick these up on Target.com. And it was at Target I got this, if I said that or not. But, it's kind of misshapen. But I think if I heat that up, I can get that to work out for me. Then we have this ring at the bottom. Looks really good. So let's see, how well he holds this battle axe. Just looking at this thing is impressive. It's almost as big as a figure. I have a Fortnite figure here. Just how big this axe is. I mean, it's 3 3/4 inches, if not more. Let's see here. I think there was another figure I've seen previously, and I kind of passed on it. It was a female. It was a lot of pink. More in the realistic types. I mean, her name was Jinx, I believe. She had 2 ponytails, like very bright blue hair, and pink clothing. She had a cool weapon. So she had like this missile launcher shark and a pink minigun. Like I said, it's a lot of pink, and it's kind of not my style. But the overall design, she was pretty good, and I keep smashing that finger. She had a finger in there. That finger is kind of separated from the other fingers, like a trigger finger. So it is very, very stiff and not very pliable to receiving weapons. So I'm going to try to get this in real quick so you don't watch me fiddle with it forever. Okay, there he is. It's in his hand. It's a little tricky. But that looks incredible. It's good. You can bring it down. I mean, we're not really used to oversized weapons. I mean, it gives the guy, I guess, presence on the battlefield. It's like, do you really want to take on a guy and risk being, hit with a weapon like this? Because it would just totally destroy you, basically. Some of the Halo figures that we've seen have these very large weapons. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of the Halo bigger brute figures, and we'll take a look at comparisons. Okay, so I grabbed a couple of the recent ones we just took a look at. You can see that here's the scale. They both pretty much on their figure stands, and I think those are pretty much same height. But you can definitely see, 180 scale brutes are actually still bigger than Darius. And also, if you think about his weapon, I mean, his oversized weapons, like, that's just about the same size as that. I kind of feel that, the quality is just about the same. I'm a big advocate of the Jazzwares Halo figures. I mean, they're not the best, in articulation, but they do give you a lot of articulation for $9.99. Here is one of the other ones. And you can see how well they fit in. He's definitely, those guys are big brutes, and he's a big guy himself. But if you really want to see a true, I'm not sure if I have a Stormtrooper here from Star Wars. I'm not sure if he's true 1/18th or true 3.75 inch, but he's there's a scale for that. He's on the stand. You can see he just does tower over him like a bigger warrior for your universe. So that's how he would scale. And you can see how well he scales with the brutes also. So that's pretty cool. So we'll leave him sitting here for a second. And I have a Fortnite figure. And that's how they scale with that. So overall, I think he looks good. I think he'd be nice on your displays. For me, I picked him up for like my knights. Like I wanted to stand out. Could be a commander, whatever I do. You know, you can use them with your Vitruvian Hacks figures also for your knights. I don't have my knights available right now at this video, but he would fit in for my opinion. So if you guys liked this review, if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of videos for you guys to check out. So you can check out my playlist from different brands. Always looking for, new interesting things, off the wall, regardless of the brand. I mean, if you find something that you can fit into your figures that you ain't going to get from, the big box companies, it might enhance your play, it can enhance your displays, and that's what I like kind of with this guy. Don't know what the future is for me collecting any more League of Legends. We'll have to see what the characters come out. I seen a couple statues I thought were really cool, especially the female characters are really interesting. Let's see if they get a 1/18 scale treatment. Just so you guys know, there is a 6-inch line, which is your 1/12 scale. I've seen 2 at Target. When I found this, there was just one of these guys. So these guys are selling like crazy, I'm guessing, because I seen a girl one time, she was by herself, then I seen him by himself, and I was never seeing anything else again. But the 6-inch line is definitely, there was 3 or 4 of each. There was some kind of skull. I don't remember their names, but if you do stop into your Target, checking for your Halo figures or your Joes, make sure you take a second and check these out, because they're very appealing to the eye on the shelf because the packaging's amazing, the figures are good. It comes down to what you like about playability. So that's pretty much my only, dislike about it is a limitation on the articulation and playability. But the lower half of the body is pretty good, articulated except for the angles. But for $9.99, he looks fantastic. And so I think that's about all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So please subscribe, like, share, comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to turn your notifications on so you get an update whenever I upload. Many more videos coming. So thanks for watching. I want to see you in our next review.